Hello, guys. Welcome and happy Thursday. Another trade recap and teachings by Ripster. So, guys, today was a fun day. Most of our money was made in the first 1 hour, and after that, I was not at the desk, but there were still some good trades on SPY and QQQ Fade that I will show you. And then I'm also going to talk about one important trading concept which everyday trader, especially a large cap day trader, not even large cap, even the small cap, uh, should know, right? My 10 a.m., 10:15 a.m. concept that I teach again and again, and I'll show you some examples and what to look for. So we will talk about that. So let's first look at what were our plays, what was our watch list, and how did we do everything. And I know the new traders in the community was asking me this question, like that your community has a lot of things going on. Sometimes it gets overwhelming. So I'm always sharing. My pre-market prep is on live stream. One of the screens we have 4 or 5 live screens going on at a time. Like this is an after-hour live screen going on right now. Then we have a couple of option scanners, some more scanners, and then there are news bots and scan bots going on, which you can mute from the top. But what I see, what trades I take, or pre-market prep and everything, I share a lot in alerts. And all our hundreds of our members in the community, they continue to share their ideas and trades and bunch of other automation going on there in the trading floor. So it's a very platform for very serious traders. A lot of really helpful one-stop platform for everything. So if you're a new in the community, just DM any of the senior traders and they'll help you out. So okay, now we go back to our recaps. So this morning market was gapping up. QQ was gapping up. The today I did for everyone, what I did was I put both the calls and the puts and the levels in a nice little spreadsheet for everyone, right? And I was on the voice for first 30 minutes. So we had our support at 447.50, pivots, the calls and the puts, and QQQ calls and the puts, and the VIX levels, right? VIX was the 15 level was support, first breakout, right? And then we had this level of 1550, and then another levels which I mentioned as the day went by. So we had our pre-market ready. We had CPRI, APP, Win, Disney, bunch of those names. On the large cap side, we had Plug as our as our large cap negative name, and just the usual process that we do every day. Again, anybody who came early, did the prep, was ready. We had like five successful trades at least, and one losing trade in the morning, and we'll talk about it. So Walt Disney, Baba, Win, Plug, you review what's going on, what's the news, and then you're ready for them to trade them. Yeah. So I had bunch of other names in my watch list that's ready. You can see here I had MDB because it had a big gap. Why did I choose MDB today? Because if the market was heavy, I knew it was gonna fill this gap we have here, right? Or at least some of it. So that's why I had MDB there. I had SMCI from yesterday. I was ready for both long or short, right? Heavy. If the market heavy, I will short under the EMA clouds. That's the different. It just held the EMA clouds and it just went higher, and I missed the long. But many people in the room did take it. SMCI. So let's see here from the watch list, August 10 watch list. EMA clouds. Boom, boom. Nice trade. Some people are long because I didn't trade it, but it was on the watch list and it worked for many people. And then Disney, Baba, Nvidia, Apple, Tesla, Cyber, Yeti, Roblox, APP, Win, and some other bunch of other names. SMCI price alert was going in right at the open. EMA cloud push, EMA cloud held, and all day relative strength long. CLH from yesterday, as I said in yesterday's video, I was holding CLH and I wanted to see continuation, and it kind of worked out initially. Went to 179, we took some profits, and then it dipped back. I still have some. It's still above from my average, but I locked most of it. And then we had plug that was a short call, because plug was breaking a key level, and then it was under EMA Clouds, pretty bad earnings, and short the pops, and this pop, and then EMA Cloud pop, and all day fade. See, your risk is always this level, right? You find your levels from pre-market, and the EMA Cloud just helps. So this is a 3450 EMA, and this is a 512 EMA Cloud. Is my golden rule that I share again and again. If you can go study in my flashcards, the golden rule of EMA Clouds is, if anything is over 3450 in the morning, it's a bullish, and you watch the dips. And if anything is bearish, anything is under EMA Cloud, it's bearish, and then you watch the pops to fade it. So EMA Cloud is the top thing that is on my Twitter page as well. 10-minute 512 EMA Clouds. If they hold the trends hold. Final line of support is 3450, and then also there's 8-9 EMA ribbon, which acts as a pullbacks level. But let me show you. And these are some concepts that I use every day, right? Pre-market high lows, previous day high lows, 9, 45, 10, 15, trend confirmation, opening candle low highs, MI EMAs, relative volumes, option flow, SPY QQQ wicks for large caps. So these are all the concepts that I use day in, day out. Those who've been following me from years know that. And this is what we utilize to have our working system and doing our trade successfully every day. Even if you follow me on YouTube, I'm going to post a lot of these on YouTube posts as well. Now, the big trades of the morning. Apple was on our watch because it was over EMA Cloud. We were watching the 180 breakout on the Apple. So I saw the strength on Apple right in the morning, because it's been few days Apple has been trying to break out of this level. If you see on daily, right, it has been trying. So if it got out successfully, it would have been a big push towards 185 area. So anyways, so Apple was a range bound at the open, but market was strong, right? And TTD, we were watching a short, by the way. TTD watching under the shorts I mentioned here. And let's see, so market had strength, and Tesla was along as well. So market had strength, and then I added the starter on Apple as soon as it started to show me that it wants to go, right? I did a starter when it broke out of 180. I added more, and then by the time it hit highs, our 180, the calls were really nicely up, almost 30% up on those calls. But here was the problem. We were coming into 10 a.m. resistance, right? Now, this is something you will learn. I will talk about it in the end after I'm done with all the tickers. But this is the 10 a.m. resistance, and had to take profits. My golden rule, I always say, once you're trading the morning trend, you have to take your bigger profit at 10 a.m. Right there, take your bigger profit at 10 a.m. So I added the starter, and as soon as 180 broke, the second time I added more. And as it was going to 10 a.m., I took a big chunk of profit out. Very profitable trade right in the morning. As it was pulling back, I took more off, and by the time it broke this trend, previous breakout, I was out. I didn't make a huge, but it was a decent win for me. So similar thing, and then there was our SPY long right at open. SPY long over 450. Like I had given these levels, right? I had given these levels. I was calling it out on the voice. So we longed SPY again into 10 a.m. and I was out, took the profits, but I was warning people about the 10 a.m. rejection. If you go back any day, you take any day, 10 a.m. rejection or 10 a.m. consolidation or 10 a.m. next leg down, if or and this 10 a.m. bounce from the dip, just go back. If you look at your charts between 10 to 10:15 a.m., either the stock pivot is rejects or shows us the continuance. So that's important concept. So if somebody did not log the profit, then they probably lost. But I'm very confident most of people were listening to my education and guidance, and they probably logged it. So that was a big, not a big trade. I was okay. Baba was nice one at open. So I was adding Baba right here and added more on the 100 break. And my target on Baba, let's see. Let's see. So Baba needs a breakout of 100 and watch 98 pullbacks as well for the 100 calls. And then Baba started, and I was on voice and I told them when I added Baba long, and then Baba was breaking 100 and we were holding Baba long. SPY was long from that guidance. I can't show you because I was on the voice, and the QQQ was our long as well from my morning guidance. Let's look at this QQQ. So this breakout. So this breakout. So QQQ was long and SPY was long, and it was a pretty big move for the opening profits, right into 10 a.m. The 450 calls were good, 449s, I think. Let's see. Yeah, so 449 calls went crazy. 371 calls I gave went crazy. So they kind of worked really nicely right at open. So we were there, and then SPY logged some at 10 a.m. right? And then we'll talk about and Robolox I was watching for the long push because of the upgrade today. All right, so Baba was working for us nicely. Baba next target was 102. Tesla next target was 180.50. QQQ targets were there, and then I finally logged Apple because of the pullback that I just talked about. So these were Apple, and then I also had, let's see. So there was another trade that was on our watch list. That was D-Dog, right? I had set a price alerts on D-Dog. Reason I had D-Dog because D-Dog had that big gap. I'll show you right now. So if you see, so D-Dog had a big gap on the 1 hour chart. So D-Dog watch versus 88, add if market strong, we will get some move. Right at open, 5 minutes into open, I was talking about D-Dog, and D-Dog really did a push to 91 right at the morning, and then it pulled back, held the levels, EMA Clouds pushed again, pulled back, held the level, pushed again. So all day trend on D-Dog, and it's going to be still on the watch for coming days. It was not really like a huge trade because it was all sideways up and down, but anyway, anybody who was kind of ready, he had a good trade on the D-Dog in the morning. Then another big trade for us at the morning was Tesla. So Tesla. So Tesla, Win, who's a very old trader, senior trader, he's really good with his relative strength names. He mentioned Tesla that it had night strength versus that 244 level. This 244 was 3450 EMA Clouds. Tesla is on our watch list every day, and the same concept, guys. Bullish over pre-market levels, strong over 245, and I said long ads versus pullbacks, and of course Win was the one who brought it to my attention, and I liked the setup, and I longed with him, right? And he was guiding, and the targets were 250, 252. We almost met our second target of 252, and it was a sick timing. So Tesla was another big trade for us right at open. So very proud of our team members there. You know, that's why I was not watching it, but when I saw his idea, then I suddenly, you know, saw that it's looking good, especially with SPY and QQQ, guys. When SPY and QQQ going at open, and that was it, right? You could long anything, especially the big market names, Tesla, Apple, Microsoft. So for us, the morning trades were Apple long, Baba long, Tesla long. Let's just talk about D-Dog, plug short. All of those ideas were shared here. So for Baba, my target was 1 or 2. The problem with Baba was today that although the calls were like 40-50% up, and we almost got $2 per share on Baba. I logged decent, but a lot of people are trying to buy the pullbacks, and it was failing the pullback. So I longed this first one. The second pullback retested 100. I longed that. I sold again on the top. I held one, and that, since my average was higher, and the last piece I sold for scratch loss under EMA Clouds right here. But overall, it's a big trade, right? So you have to, that's why you have to scale out, and you can't just hold all day. See, 10 a.m. push, pullback, push, pullback. So Baba was like that today. So yeah, so Baba was pretty good guidance all day, and 100 was the level on Baba, so that was good. So let's talk about TTD. So TTD was my short watch because it was gapping down, and I was watching under the EMA Clouds, and at the second time it pushed and fell under EMA Clouds. Was a nice short as well. So scalped a little there, nothing big. Let's talk about a loser, but which some of the traders in the room converted it into a winner. So Disney, right? So Disney initially was failing. So it was failing initially. When it broke down, I took a short here. I took a short, and then it was short was working. It was almost green for us some time, but then suddenly it reclaimed the EMA Clouds. I was right away. Right away I was out. Right? Close the short. Close the short. 88 was a support, so it was no surprise. Right? Support 88. Bounce from 88, right from the support I mentioned. So maybe it was not the best execution on me, but that's fine, right? Sometimes if the support broke, it would have gone further down and we would have had a nice trade. But I'm proud of the fact that I covered the short. I personally did not get long, but the people in the room, they got long on this EMA reversal from my teachings. Not from my alert, but from my teachings. They went long on Disney, and then it was a nice bounce over 34.50, and then when it was strong here, I did say might have to watch the pullbacks, and it did pull back, and then it kept going, right? So from the EMA Cloud dip, reclaim, dip, held, push, and I think I was giving 93 targets, and some members really did good on Disney long today. My personal small loss, I can only trade few things. I was already had those 4 or 5 trades in the morning, so I was fine. Now comes our big huge shorts of the day. Let's talk about them. Okay, so now guys, as I said, SPY, we were long, we made good money on the long. Then it started to break down, and VIX started to break out. And then once that started happening, look my commentary, right? 450 was a big key. Lock, because it was heavy. So lock profits. Market still heavy. If 450 fails, we'll short SPY and we'll short QQQ. And levels were on the live stream. And then my automation price alert started to go in. SPY under 3450 EMA Clouds going to 448. Crossing the trend line, and right away I mentioned I'm shorting it. Already mentioned the short right here. 3450 breakdown, short, right? Then short. VIX keeps going. As long as VIX keeps going, short. Cover some here at pre-market lows, reheat shorts, hold the shorts, cover everything. By the time VIX rejects for 17, we get out, and then reversal. So this was a huge trade, and you can see log the profits for big win. VIX was the guidance, and riding the clouds, logged more profit. First target was 445, and we met our target 445. So so this was the VIX graph. So again, guys, even only yesterday I talked about VIX, and today the same concept helped us make a nice trade. But there was one more concept. That I've been teaching from years. Then I will show you that now. So guys, what is this 10-9-45 10 a.m. concept? I've been teaching this concept from many years now, and there are hundreds of examples, right? If not thousands. So you see, even back to last year, 9:45 10 a.m. opening range, right? Pop and drop 10 a.m. 10 a.m. This is 10 minutes candles, so 10 a.m. right here, 10 a.m. Pop and drop, right? Market every day, there's a pivot. Either if it holds till 10 a.m., any stock, anything, then it has chances to go on that trend. But either it will pull back to the support chop. If it is falling down, either it will find a support suddenly at 10 a.m. and bounce, right? So that's 10 a.m. we always, and there are more examples. Let's look at these. Okay, so this again, 10 a.m. I think we already saw those, right? So 10 a.m. and VIX bounce on 10 a.m. 10:15 a.m. because that's a trend time. That's the time when the trend develops, right? So there are hundreds of examples on 10 a.m. like from June 19, 10 a.m. rejection, 10 a.m. rejection, right? That was from January. Then there was from June 17, 10 a.m. rejection, again 10 a.m. rejection. It doesn't have to be exact 10 a.m. guys. It's basically the time of half an hour to 45 minutes where the market gets something, right? It makes a move. So for example, this one 10 a.m. SPY and QQQ held a support at 10 a.m. and then they pushed higher. So very important concept, guys, and I can say whatever, but if you go to your charts, you look at them, then you will understand this, right? I will put it on my website. I'll put all these examples on my website, and then it will make all sense to you guys. See, 10 a.m. pullback. So today's 10 a.m. rejection gave us such a multi-bagger trade on the short on SPY and QQQ and all day guidance. So 10 a.m. trend time approaching, we always talk about it. So that's why I always try to take the first initial push and profit. Here another chart, 10 a.m. pullback, 10 a.m. pullback, 10 a.m. breakdown, 10 a.m. breakdown. And we break out as well, right? We break out as well. It's not just the breakdowns, it goes both ways. So yeah, you can go to my Twitter feed and search, and you will find hundreds of examples from last few years. I always talk about 10 a.m. trend, so that will really help you out. 10 a.m. market bounces right at 10 a.m. Tesla continues with relative strength. Right. So very simple concept, guys. Very simple concept. It is helps even in the low floats. Even in the low floats, if some low float is holding a level till 10 a.m., it's not falling. You can't really keep shorting it. Then it's that low float is gonna keep going. And same for other stocks, like let's say CELH was yesterday, and it bounced in 10 a.m., held the level, and then it kept going, or whatever trades we do. So this is also works with the concept of the first half an hour range break, 13-15 minutes. So this also coincides with our range breakout when we talk about 30, 50, 15 minutes range breakout, or 30 minutes range breakout, or 45 minutes range breakout. So anyways, guys, this was it. Most of the trades were in the morning. One loss for me on the Disney, but I'm happy that it worked out for everybody for the long. But nice wins on the Baba, Apple, Tesla, SPY long. But the bigger winners were the flush from the 10 a.m. concepts under the EMA Cloud today. So hopefully you guys learned something today, and I know a lot of you guys are already using these concepts. Go on my website, learn from there, or come join my community. If you're looking to educate yourself, we'll trade together, learn together. And I'll see you tomorrow, Friday. We will kill it. Friday Lotto Day. See you guys. Bye.